is sponsored by Valor and is for the vacant Almighty Fighting Championship Light Heavyweight title. We are scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds of action. Let's meet the fighters. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner with a record of 4 rings and 2 feet, representing SBG Manchester, Tom Field. And his opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner with a record of 2 wins and 1 defeat, representing Tap Out Knockout, it's Iain Rollason.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, first title fight of the evening. Light heavyweight bout between Tom Field, 4-2 in the red corner. SPG Manchester taking on Iain Rollason, 2-1 in the blue corner from Tap Out Knockout. I'm Connor Halliday alongside Mr. Danny Misson. Here we go, Danny, it's the big boys.
I know, I'm excited for this. It could end in an instant, and it could be a long drawn-out slugfest.
If you've never watched either of these guys fight, they bring the fight. Tom Field, he can end it in one strike. Iain Rollason, though, great grappler, and he can grind it out for the whole 9 minutes of the fight.
Definitely one of the most colourful fighters in UK MMA.
Yeah, lots of tattoos, bright yellow shorts, and a groovy haircut.
I'm pretty sure he had a Barbie on his t-shirt as well. I could be wrong. There was a pink love heart.
We'll just pretend there was.
Yeah.
Why not? So we've got Tom Field pressing the action up against the cage now. Not the approach I thought he was going to take. He usually comes out and he stands and he bangs.
Yeah.
His last fight, he got a really big knockout on Golden Ticket. So, you know, I thought we'd expect to see the same. Maybe he's trying to grind Iain Rollason down.
Maybe a little bit of posturing here, you know, like if you get in Rollason's head early, like, you know, I'm strong, I'm in this grappling battle, and it's, you know.
I mean, look at the size of them both as well, you know what I mean?
They're not weak, are they?
No, they're going to have a lot of strength behind them.
If you can get in Rollason's head and take away his game plan early, or at least make him guess it, then it's just going to make, you know, stepping back and landing those strikes so much more easy.
Yeah, and with it being a title fight, I don't think either of guys are going to, you know, want to come out too wild, because if you get clipped with a light heavyweight, you're going down.
Yeah.
Big knees from
Here we
Rollason.
go. Rollason's just turned it round.
Yeah, blasted about 4 or 5 knees there.
Beautiful.
Looking for that double.
Now we're looking at the grappling prowess of Rollason here.
I know they're both big boys, but getting a big slam at light heavyweight is pretty difficult. It's going to take a lot of gas out of you. Nice knees to the leg from Iain Rollason. A nice calm first round so far.
Definitely, you know. Field not looking like too much is bothering me. He has taken some heavy knees there. I'd definitely be calling my mum to come pick me up after a few of them.
Yeah, with the muscle mass of Tom as well, if you can grind their muscles down with knees and, you know, little wriggles and stuff like that, it's going to do you good in the long run of the fight.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Nice turn
Muscles
from Tom Field.
Fat's dead. If you're all lean muscle, you're just going to hurt more when you get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Fat is the way forward.
We'll both keep our bellies then. So the action's been turned around now. Tom Field now pressing the action up against the fence.
Both men sporting an underhook and an overhook, and just taking turns and twisting each other against the fence and a bit of fence control. I've got to say the biggest shots have been landed by Rollason in the form of knee.
Yeah, the knees in the clinch have been good from Rollason.
Yeah, but you know, Field's the one that's kind of had the positive control against the fence for longer.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Rollason apologising for a knee to the groin there. What a kind gesture there from Rollason.
No, you don't have to apologise to me, mate. Mike.
For me, that last 20 seconds of them being 1 under, 1 over, that was kind of how the whole fight was. It was a very neutral round.
Yeah.
You know, neither guy really did more than the other. The striking obviously went to Rollason with the knees, but other than that, it was just a lot of turning on the cage and keep changing who's got control in the fight. So maybe in the second round, I might see one of them open up a little bit more.
Now, the only thing that I can think of here is maybe it's partially a game plan. Like Field thinks, oh, okay, I'm going to take care of Rollason. I'm going to push him against. I'm going to wear on him. I'm going to make him carry my weight. Now that and then I'm going to strike with him. Now, that's okay if Rollason's a striker. Rollason's got that grappling endurance, that grappling strength. If you've pushed him against the cage, that's easy work for him.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
That's easy work. That's what he does.
Here we go, round 2.
So for me now, Rollason looks like the fresher of the two, even though it was Field who initiated the cage work.
Ooh, big knee.
That was a beautiful knee.
I don't know whether that's sweat or water from the corner on Tom Field, but he's drenched.
He is. Now, nice sprawl there.
Looking to take the back is Tom Field.
I don't even know why we've been overlooking, Field as a striker and Rollason as a grappler. This is MMA, this is new age MMA, this is
100%.
These guys do everything all day in, day out, since Rich Franklin decided to make it all one thing,
Exactly.
The first guy not to specialise made MMA a martial art, essentially,
We've got Rollason looking to control the wrists of Tom Field so he can't, get that arm over onto the choke. Tom Field looking for the hooks in with his legs. But having a big dude like Tom Field on top of you is not really where you want to be for your muscles.
Oh no.
The gas tank will get depleted.
But I guarantee this is not too far from where Rollason's been every day in the gym, having someone on top of him, working bad positions, He's an MMA fighter, his bread and butter is grappling, that's where he shines brightly for us anyway, and what we get to see for the short amount of time that they're in the cage.
Got Rollasson using the cage now to try and get up. Doing a good job, to be fair, for not letting Tom take the back fully.
No.
Oh, now he gets that
hook in, and this is not a position that you want to be in.
This is where he needs to be fighting the hands now, turning towards the fence.
Because Field is massive, but he's wiry in comparison to Rollasson, and those arms just slip in underneath your
he's
neck.
Got it under the neck now.
Rollason's fighting that 2-hands on 1. He's gone palm to palm as Field, and this is how he's going to counter it. Rollasson
really
is
calm. That was beautiful work. Stayed calm, pulled on the hands. Really good work from Rollasson. I think that saved him there, definitely.
Yes. Now I don't know how much of that was pulling on the gloves versus pulling on the fingers, but hey, if you don't get pulled up on it, you keep going, don't you?
If it's worked, it's worked. 30 seconds left into this round.
Rollasson
now on top.
Now we got 30 seconds left. Field's throwing up a triangle.
Talking judges wise, this is where Rollasson needs to, maybe posture up, throw some strikes, show them that he's still in the fight.
I think this round here has gone. That ship sailed. Don't put a stamp on the round because you've got no chance of winning that. 100%. Put a stamp on his face, right? Yeah. Make him question coming back out. Hit him with some heavy leather.
So we end round 2 with Rollasson on top after quite a dominant round from Tom Field, trying to get that back control. Nearly had the rear naked choke sunk in. Great round from both guys, and we move into round number 3 of this light heavyweight title fight. One that we didn't actually see coming.
Now this is interesting, right? Field very laboured in his efforts to get up. Rollasson naturally so, taking a few deep breaths, but got up, walked across, You're doing sport, you're competing on a big stage. Of course you're going to be out of breath. If you're not out of breath, you're not trying. But there's a difference between being out of breath and being controlled about it, and that being the norm, and being out of breath and
squatting down,
rolling your back as you get up, being agitated, not knowing, finding a way to catch your breath, right? These are all telltale signs. Look at him.
If there's been any weakness on the side of Tom Field in his previous fights, it has been the gas tank with a guy that side. Yeah, he's calm, he's cool, he's controlled his breathing. If you've watched Tom Field's fights before, he does tend to gas in the later rounds, but with that amount of muscle, it's not surprising at all. It takes a lot to keep their muscles working.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And if it goes the way it's been going, grappling heavy rounds, he might just run out of gas. Big jab landed there from Tom Field.
Rollasson shook it off. Now this is what tells me he's tired, because Field saw him step back, wobble, shake his head, and did not follow it up. Swing a head kick.
Yeah, throw it.
But who am I to talk?
He's looking for a Goga platter now. Wow, a light heavyweight going for a Goga platter. I never thought I'd see that. He's going for it, but Iain Rollasson's peeled that leg off now.
Nice work there, nice awareness by Rollasson there. And he's got to fight out this. There's a triangle coming. There's a bit of an up kick to the face.
Van Rollinson here, he's got this space to stand up and move away.
Oh, Rollison's stepped over that leg now.
Nice work.
Now, when you're tired, when you're breathing, when your lungs are falling out of your rear end, to be precise, this is not a position that you want to be in.
No,
Rollason is he's in this case, he's the jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah.
He's the grappling guy. He's on top of you. You could barely stand up between rounds. This is not what you want.
No. We're probably about halfway through the round, so Rollison's definitely got time to work from the top, even if it is just posture up, throw some strikes, and go straight back down. It scores points.
You've got to chip away at this lead now because you are 2 rounds down to 0.
Yeah, essentially it's 2 rounds down, and this is the middle round of the 5-round fight. So if you can win this fight,
the first 30 seconds you got rocked.
Yeah, Tom Field's gas tank obviously is going down a little bit. So Iain Rollason, if he can control this round, he can go in round 4 and round 5 and try and secure the win. Passes the legs. Great work from Tom Field though. He's not giving Iain Rollason any space.
He's got a shin across the throat and he's just trying to pull on it just to be a nuisance right now. There's an armbar! There's an armbar right there. He's just not got the strength or the explosiveness off his back right now.
When you're going for an armbar, it needs to be quick.
Yeah. That's it. Now you don't want to punch yourself into a triangle here. You've got to watch out. That foot that's on the inside that's like a butterfly, you've got to stop that from, you've got to move to it like he is doing now.
He slides across the leg of Tom Field.
You don't want that coming back across.
I tell you what, both guys' jiu-jitsu game is really strong tonight.
Yeah,
really
definitely.
strong.
And we're starting to see a bit of Field's defensive jiu-jitsu, you know, in these latter rounds.
Big right hand from Rollinson on top. I think if he can just create a little bit of space and rain down a bit.
That's it, yeah.
This time he does need to put a stamp on the round, you know what I mean? So
he definitely does, because you don't want to go down 3 rounds to 2. Now I think he could have done enough to
I think Rollinson's got that round.
He's done enough to stay pretty much in guard on top. Yeah. So he's done enough to win it, right?
Great 3rd round from these guys. Rollinson still, a nasty well over the eye. Jeez, the cut man needs to be in the cage now with Rollinson, because that's nasty.
That there was a surprise.
That he doesn't even look. You can't even see his eyeball.
Oh, like somehow Bassett's licorice also stuck to his eyebrow there. It's not nice.
Graham, the cut man, looking at his eye now.
He wants that cold swell now, does Graham.
Jeez, that was bad. But look at Tom Field in the red corner. He sat on the floor.
He can't get up.
That is not a good sign. Iain Rollinson's eye, though. Graham's obviously going to do the best job he can in these last 20-30 seconds to get that swelling down.
He looks like they're holding that bucket in front of him.
Yeah, but Rollinson,
that's tactical because he's going to throw up.
Rollinson needs to use Tom Field's gas tank to his own advantage. He needs to push forward and push the action and not give Tom Field any space.
Now, if you're Rollason and this gets stopped over that eye, right, you're doing an injustice, because this is where he can come back and win.
He's ready to fight.
That's it, he wants it, he sees it.
Rollinson needs to move forward now, put the pressure on Tom Field. He works straight in for a takedown. I reckon Tom Field's having us on here, sitting in between rounds, but he looks like he's got the strength in him to keep this takedown from happening.
Hey, sometimes in the fight game, there's just things that you can't explain. Yeah, and you can feel like the world's on your shoulders. You can feel like, you know, gravity's multiplied by 6. Someone comes running at you to hurt you, you're going to do something.
Yeah. Tom Field went for an arm lock there and has ended up at the side on back mount, and moves to the back, looking for hooks.
Now this here is something that I really did not expect. I'm not sure whether Rollinson's corner wanted him to go forward to avoid getting hit in the eye, or because they saw weakness in the cardio of Field. But either way, this is not played out how they wanted right now, and
it's hard to shake off a guy that big.
Yeah, reminiscent of the earlier round, I don't know, round 1 or 2.
Yeah.
He's given up his back.
Using them little peppering shots from the top.
And here we go. Okay, Now, there's a lot of sweat, there's a lot of fatigue, a lot of lactic acid right now between these two gentlemen. It's not going to be the same fight that played out earlier on, so I want to see what Field tries to do here. Does he hold on and does he try and get a round's rest? You know, the tactical side says, you know, chill out, you're winning round, mate.
Yeah, if this round goes the way it's going now, Rollinson's going to have to work for it all in round 5. He's going to have to get the finish, 100%. We've got Tom Field looking once again for the rear naked choke. Rollinson doing well to keep himself out of danger, but as I say that, Tom Field slips that left hand underneath.
Switching that body triangle over, and that's just going to, when you're breathing heavy, that's just going to sip the life out of you.
So the arm across the chin now. Rollinson's eye looks nasty, man.
What eye? It's all eyelid, mate.
Yeah, you can't see the eyeball there. Doing a good job of defending though, is Rollinson.
I mean, that body triangle there, it's
needs to be rolling.
Yeah, he needs to switch over. He needs to roll to his right, not his left, and turn in. It just seems that Fields just one step ahead on that back right now, and that's what you get in this position. You know, if he feels him moving to his right, he's just going to switch it over.
Landed 2 big left hands from being in this position.
Now this is completely the opposite to what Rollinson's corner wanted right now. Field he's got to be 3 rounds to 1 up going into this 5th round. He's got to be.
I agree. I think Rollinson needs to come out strong with his hands. Tom Field obviously has a chance of ending the fight with 1 punch, but being in the 5th round and being as tired as he is, that knockout shot isn't going to be there as much as he thinks it's going to be. So I think Rollinson needs to move forward. You know, throw a lot more strikes. Maybe just blitz him forward. You know, back him up against the cage.
That's it.
Not give Tom Fields any space to actually breathe and get that oxygen to his muscles.
Yeah, it's an interesting approach. It's a very interesting approach right now, because you would naturally think, go out, blitz him, you know, back him up, put him on his backside. You tried that in round 4.
Yeah.
And you ended up giving your back. And
exactly.
Field breezed to a nice, semi-relaxing, you know, low output round that tallies up to a win.
Yeah.
You know, for round 4.
100%.
And, you know, both men, they've been through it. You can tell by the faces. Field is like a zombie right now. Rollison's got one
big
eye,
right hand from Rollinson.
And Rollison's throwing caution to the wind.
Yeah. Rollinson needs to get out this tie clinch here, push off and strike. Don't let Tom Field try and go for the takedown. And I don't really think it'll be a smart move of Rollinson to try and go for the takedown either, because it did not work in that last round.
You know, they both tried the old wrestle in front. Let's just throw caution to the wind and punch each other in the face now.
Tom Fields, he's going about it the smart way. Can't get knocked out if he's in a clinch there.
That's it. He's just resting his weight on Rollason right now.
Which is fair game in the sport of MMA.
That's it. Sometimes you come to fight, sometimes you come to play the game, but you know, sometimes it's the people who play the game that win, you know. A lot of the times it is.
So once again got Tom Fields pressing Rollason up against the cage. Rollinson not doing much to try and work out of this position, but that might just be fatigue. Wouldn't be very surprising when he's had a guy that big on top of him for 2-3 rounds. Needs to work for his right under up.
And, you know, Fields just gonna stay there until he gets told not to.
Yeah, exactly.
Saying that though, he secures the takedown.
5th round of this title fight, and Rollinson's he's got to finish the fight if he wants to win.
You can see the desperation in Rollison's eyes, but he just cannot seem to get any. Oh, here we go!
Lands in a half a triangle position here. Obviously, Tom Fields has to work that right leg through.
Now, this is the issue that I have with this position right now, because Rollison's had this quite a few times throughout the fight and not really done too much with it.
Not used it as
opted for the jiu-jitsu output, position before submission, not really thrown any heavy lever.
No. when you're in this top position, if you can land them bombs,
There's an
go
armbar.
for
He's
it.
climbing for an armbar. He lets it go.
Flexibility on Tom Field is really good. He's such a tall dude and such a muscly dude.
I know, right? Just some people get all the gifts.
I'm 5'9" and I'm not even that flexible.
Yeah, I'm 5'5".
And I weigh about 30 kilos less than this guy.
Look at this, he's
Looking for
climbing
an
for that armbar.
Really good work from Tom Fields off the back. This is not the fight I expected from Tom Fields at all.
No, I mean, it's MMA, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I know we keep saying it, but you got to expect the unexpected. And you know, just when sometimes people try and predict your fight style, and sometimes it's good just to switch it up on them and go, hey, I can also do this as well. Beat me now, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And there we
it's
go.
probably as much of a shock to Rollason as it is to anybody else in this crowd.
Probably. So there we have it. That was 5 rounds in the UAR light heavyweight division for the light heavyweight title.
And a well-contended 5 rounds at that.
Definitely. I think both guys worthy of fighting for that title.
Definitely.
And we'll, you know, it'll be I think Tom Fields maybe scraped it 3-2. But obviously we're not the judges. We're watching with a different kind of eye. So we'll hand that over to our judges and our official MC, Mr. Lee Nicholson.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please show your appreciation for both men in the cage on that 5-round battle? And so after the 5 rounds, we